narcissistic people, if you dare to stand up to them, they often resort to ruining your reputation, gossiping about you, smearing your name, scapegoating you, making out that you're the problem, you're the issue. And there's several things that motivate a narcissistic individual to ruin someone else's reputation. And this is due to their sense of entitlement, their belief they're special and allowed to do as they please, their arrogant nature, believing they are always right, and their lack of empathy to care about how gossiping about another person, ruining another person's reputation negatively impacts. They simply lack the empathy to care. They're looking to save their own skin. So a few things that motivate a narcissist to ruin someone else's reputation, and one of the first of these is jealousy. They look to bring other people down in order to elevate themselves. They look to point out other people's mistakes and flaws and wrongdoings and misdeeds in order to paint themselves out to be perfect and morally superior, because they would never do such a thing. They can also go all out to ruin someone else's reputation purely out of revenge. When it comes to dealing with a narcissist, a victim can have survived some of the most horrific things. So they can have a natural response of wanting to seek revenge when they're not actually after revenge, they're after justice, they're after the wrong being righted. When it comes to a narcissistic individual, you can just say no to them. You can talk to somebody else. You can talk to your mother, your father. You can speak to one of your friends, and they get offended. They get highly offended when they don't get their own way. So they seek to bring you crashing down for no longer living life on their terms. They can also ruin your reputation so that they can receive the attention they believe they're entitled to. They're looking to feel validated for their version of events. By painting you out as the problem, it makes them feel better when people are agreeing with them, when people are supplying them with the sympathetic attention. It helps match their narrative and their belief that they're not the issue. They can ruin people's reputations out of that need, that strong desire for control. They're looking to tarnish the reputation of someone else that they perceive to be a threat to themselves, someone they perceive could potentially expose them. So if they ruin that person's reputation first, it's unlikely that people are going to believe the other person, and more likely that people will side with the narcissist. They can ruin people's reputation purely out of entertainment to create that conflict, which is when you see that little smug look on their face, that little smirk as they're getting away with their behaviour while destroying another person. They can ruin people's reputations and spread rumours in order to get the person to beg them to stop, so that they can feel like they're important and they matter. They don't quite see that they're going all out to ruin someone's reputation and they're just asking them to stop. They believe that, oh, I matter to this person. And they can have a very misguided belief that they are the innocent party. Even though they lied, they cheated, they stole, they still believe that the other person drove them to it in some way, because they're not going to take responsibility for their behaviour. Instead, they're going to shift the blame. So they also ruin people's reputation so that they can avoid consequences for their actions by scapegoating somebody else, by making somebody else look like the problem, while they get that sympathetic attention so that they can remain in control of the situation. It validates their version of events while they're seeking to get revenge on whoever it was that dared to stand up to them.